Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Daily Tarot. This is the Daily Tarot reading for Friday, September 12th, 2025. Thanks for being here. Glad you're here. Let's look at the cards and see what energies we have in store for us today. Again, as always, this reading is to help us move through the world, remembering that we are energetic entities and energetic spirits that are here in the physical world. We always need to remember that. And this reading is to help us work with that, focus on that, and to be the best person, be the best entity, be the best soul we can be on our travels through the day today. Give us an idea of what the weather's like here magically, something that we can maybe be inspired by or have insight on, something to help us on our path today. I'll pull a couple cards as always, and then we'll finish up with an oracle card. Hope everyone's had a good week. It's been intense the last few days. I hope everyone is well. And let's see if we can get a couple cards out here. Interesting. Okay. I'm using the Wildwood Tarot. I circled back around to this deck in the past few days. I've really enjoyed using it again. Weird. All right. A little bit of a curveball there on that one. Our two cards for the day. The Stag, which is strength, which we had yesterday, which is very interesting, and the Nine of Vessels, which is generosity. And it's also, Nine of Vessels is about sharing hard work, sharing things in your life that you've worked hard for. It's typically a picture of an innkeeper or someone sharing the wealth of their successful tavern, that sort of vibe. But in this case, this is about generosity. This is about having the strength again. That strength energy is coming through again today, that feeling of compassion, of solidness, of knowing what you are tapped into, knowing how eternal it is, how just infinite it is, tapping into that internal power that is connected to something much larger than any of us. And once you've tapped into that, you can find yourself having great amounts of strength, great amounts of compassion and solidity, really. And today is about sharing that. Today is about helping people share the same balance that you are feeling. And if you are maybe not feeling that, I want you to take some time today to really try to connect. And it's sort of like meditation, but it's more about just being quiet, sitting somewhere quiet without your phone, and letting yourself tap into this internal core of who you are and that you are in the moment, and start to reach out for that strength. And I think you'll find it will come rather quickly. The energy today feels very good with these cards. It feels very beneficial. It feels like it's a lot about sharing. It's a lot about also tapping into gratitude. And, so I'm just remembering that actually in this deck, justice and strength are reversed. And I think this is justice. It's interesting that I picked up on strength, mainly because I usually use 8 as strength. And I don't know if it changes things that much. Let me feel this out here. This is, this is definitely, it feels more like strength to me. But there is a sense of justice in play. There is a sense of balance, finding a balance being able to, and actually almost being rewarded for maintaining balance through the strength that you have carried over the past couple days, and really being connected to that. It's like strength of balance, balance and strength. It's like a combination vibe that I'm getting, just feeling the card out. But my first, just right off the bat, which I'm going to stick with, was strength, which is about having the strength to know that you are connected to something larger that can give you immense amounts of strength. Being connected to that, understanding that through strength comes compassion, right? Comes generosity, comes gratitude. Someone who is not as strong would not be able to hold gratitude for what's going on around them, for someone else, or compassion for someone else. Strength is about sharing. Strength is generosity. So I'm going to stick with that. I feel like there is a certain amount of justice that will be occurring today, a certain amount of balancing of the scales, but I'm going to go with my initial read on that. First time that's happened, actually. And so there we go. All right. Let me see if there's anything else. I'm interested. It's interesting to me that the cards, usually these cards will go together very nicely and sometimes form a larger picture. In a way, I guess one of the things I am seeing is that the stag here, this strength card, is being lit by this generosity, which makes me think of like an inner glow, because if you can see, the light is coming here from the side, and sort of you could almost see that the Nine of Vessels is perhaps behind the stag, like the stag is protecting or is a companion with this very glowing, generous, spiritual person. So don't be afraid to use that strength to defend yourself today. It feels like that might also be a possibility, and it doesn't need to be a very aggressive form of defense. It can just be simply standing your ground and knowing that you're connected to the divine, and that light from within you can let show more. And if you need to hold your ground, you can do so compassionately. You can do so with respect. And hopefully that's all you'll need to do, and you won't have to defend yourself further. But know that you have the strength to do that if necessary. Yeah. All right, let's pull an oracle card here. Overall, a very energetic day. It feels like a day where you're going to really find your strength, where you might have something come up, and you're going to look at it and be like, oh, I would have reacted differently a few years ago, or a few weeks ago, or yesterday. And you're going to really be able to tap into that strength, possibly more than you have in the past. Oh, that was pretty clear, a pretty clear ping there, right in here. Yep. All right. Using the Wild Mystic Oracle cards, they go well with this Wildwood Tarot and the whole feel of the nature vibe and natural energies. Octopus. We've had octopus before. Adaptation. Being able to be very fluid, very flexible, and intelligent. Because, there we go. Adaptation, you can't adapt unless you're intelligent. So this is like a combination of intelligence and strength and generosity and gratitude today. Being able to kind of flow from one form to another, being able to, I'm not really getting the multitasking vibe that octopus tends to come along with. I'm very much getting a sense of just being able to adapt to situations that come in. And because of this core sense of strength, and gratitude and generosity, being able to really go with the flow today. So being able to be flexible in your strength and really being a light today. Try to, even if it's for just a part of the day, right? Really try to put yourself out there today and help someone else. Okay. All right. Well, I hope this was helpful. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for being here and watching. I hope you've had a good week. I hope you have a wonderful Friday. And if you ever need to contact me, you can contact me at alongadifferentpath@gmail.com. If you'd like to get a reading, I do readings in person and online. Or you can just leave a comment down below. If this reading spoke to you in some way, or you had something happen today that was reflected in these cards, I'd love to hear about it. And yeah, have a magical, wonderful Friday, and peace and strength. I will see you guys all for the weekend reading.